Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Grown Man Sessions. I am Timothy Rhyme. I'm the host of this show. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much for stopping by. On this show, I interview regular people and they tell me their stories. And I try to pull out the lessons and the gems and just try to get something from their experiences. I find it very interesting when I hear other people's stories because I heard a saying that resonated with me, and the saying was that once you hear somebody's story, it's hard to not love them. And then I also was taught when I was younger that dumb people don't learn, smart people learn from their mistakes, and wise people learn from other people's mistakes. So on this show, we're trying to learn from everybody else's mistakes. We're trying to learn from our own mistakes, and we're just trying to keep learning and keep growing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I just need to let you know that I am not an expert. I am not a PhD. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not anybody with any kind of like degree when it comes to like talking to people about their life or anything like that. I'm just somebody that has been through some crazy stuff myself. I have a saying in my music where I say I went from GTA to CPA, and it's real. I actually was involved in some stuff back in my earlier days of my life where I got in trouble. I was able to turn my life around through, making better decisions, changing my environment, things of that nature. And I was able to put myself back in school, and eventually I was able to become a CPA. And now I have kids of my own, and now I'm just trying to give back. That's what this channel is here is for. It's just to help other people figure things out, help the young men of the world try to figure things out. If they see somebody like myself and they can learn from it, more power to you. And that's what we're here for. So thank you for tuning in. If you believe in this, if you think that what we're doing here is worthwhile and you want to see us do more of this content, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, and please hit the bell next to it so you're notified when we drop new content. Because it makes a big difference. We're a new channel and we're just trying to build up the presence and the algorithm. It's very important that we have these conversations and that the young generation and even like people of our generation are able to hear it, able to talk about it, and able to just keep the conversation going. So thank you for tuning in. On this segment today, I'm going to be talking with a friend of mine. His name is Danny Castillo, and he is an ex UFC fighter, and a current coach and trainer in the UFC. And I asked him about bullying. So, and you parents out there, tune in. Maybe this will help you figure out how you can have a conversation with your kids about bullying, or maybe it's something that you might be able to talk to a friend or a neighbor or something that is having the same issue, because I think that we're all going to end up going through it at some point or another. So I'll let you watch the clip, and then we'll talk about it on the back end. So, as a parent now, man, if your son were to come up to you, in a couple of years from now and say that he's getting bullied, man, like what kind of advice would you give him?
I've thought about this a bunch, I mean, being a dad, a scared parent, unknown, it's kind of crazy thing, a new parent. And I thought,
Yeah.
maybe I get him some, maybe I give him some clapbacks. Maybe I'd, give him some good ammo to use against him. But then you think, I mean, what? I'm teaching my son the wrong thing. And there's one thing that I pride myself on, and it's leading by example. So I, I think when that problem happens, or it's inevitable. I think it's very rare that someone doesn't get bullied. Um, I just think that I would teach them to have pride and respect, and to understand that everything they're saying is not true. If you respect yourself, you know that if they call you ugly, or they say you're fat, or they say you're closer, know that you're a good person. And I want to instill
Hmm.
self-confidence in my man, self-confidence in both my little guys, that no matter what anyone says, they're confident and they're smart, and they're
Yeah.
proud enough to know that that's not true. That's
Yep.
not true. And
So
so
it
that,
doesn't even affect him. It doesn't get to him like that.
yeah, I mean, in theory,
Right.
that's kind of the way I want to go.
Hmm.
And hopefully it works out for the best. But my boys are going to be beasts, so I don't think anyone's going to be making fun of these kids, because they're already wrestling, and they're already like training a little bit, even though he's only two. But You know, he really enjoys it. So, and I'm not going to teach my kids how to fight, how to wrestle, how to do jujitsu, to use it for the worst. You know,
Right.
my kids don't have to fight, but they have to know how to fight, and that's kind of the
Right.
precedent I'm going to set. Because I'm not always going to be there. So you guys got to know how to protect yourself. You got to know how to protect your mother first and foremost, and all the people that you care about. So that's kind of the angle that I'm going to put. And you know, I think that kids being involved in some sort of martial arts, it doesn't matter if it's one that's kind of like I won't say I don't respect karate, but I don't think karate is the most effective martial arts.
Mm.
But what it does is it gives a kid self confidence, and it gives the kid the ability to know that you know, to be able to protect himself and to be strong enough mentally and physically to know that stuff like that's not going to bother them. In
Yeah,
theory,
in theory, yeah, I know what
yeah.
you mean. I've actually bought some mats, like some hand pads to go over punches with my daughter, man, because she was dealing with bullying in middle, oh, in elementary school, and but it's different though with girls, man. Like girls don't bully the way the guys do. Girls do the mean, like in your soul type of, like I'm gonna attack your soul type of bullying. So I mean, that's not really anything that I knew how to prepare her for. So I just said, like, if they touch you, like they could say anything they want, but if they touch you, like I'm gonna show you how to throw a punch.
And
Because
it, and
that's
it,
like
it
that's all I could think of at the time. Because like, how do you defend against, like, other than what you said, like teaching them to be confident, respect themselves, and try to not let that stuff get to them. But I'm telling you, man, girls are different, bro.
I was just about to say that I didn't want to interrupt you, but being a girl dad, it's got to be tough because girls are, I mean, by nature, by physiology,
Biology, yeah,
yeah, they have more estrogen, they're more emotional, those kinds of things like really affect them, really affect them. So it's tough, and you know, I really don't have the answer for that. But if I did have a daughter, she'd probably be doing jujitsu and something like that, where it'd bring her some kind of self confidence, to help with that. And you know, I'm not saying that that's, you know, people are at home that are watching and listening to this. I'm not saying that it's going to fix the problem, but I guarantee learning discipline, you know, having honor, believing in self confidence. I think those are, you know, those are a recipe for positivity, and where they're not affected by what other people say.
yeah.
Um, but then again, you know, I don't know. I'm just speculating, and you know, I hope I'm right. And if not, we'll get there. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
So there it is. Danny Castillo says that with his kids, he said that they don't have to fight, but they have to know how to fight. I know that there are some parents that disagree with the idea of having their kids be violent in any manner. I agree to a certain extent, but I also do think that it's good that they understand how to defend themselves in any situation, whether it be bullies, an older person trying to harm them, or just in general. I think that it's a skill that you can benefit from throughout your entire life, and you know, if you get them started early, they'll just be able to develop that skill over the long term, and as they get older, they'll just be that much more confident in themselves and their abilities to defend themselves and their friends and their loved ones. I mean, like Danny said, I mean, you can always teach your kid, like, you know, to give them some clapbacks, give them some responses on like what bullies say. Because I've done that. You know, I've told my daughter, you know, if like somebody says something to you, then you can say this. You know, I tell my daughter also that if they say something, just ignore them. You know, walk away. It's not true. We love you. We believe in you. We know who you really are. Um, but if they touch you, then that's a different story. So where do we draw that line as parents? Let me know what you guys think. I'm really interested in hearing different parents' perspectives on how you've handled bullying and how you've talked to your kids about bullying, because I think it's just something that we all want to know. So drop a comment below. You can reach out to me at grownmansessions@yahoo.com. And you can also reach out to us on Instagram at grownmansessions, and just let's keep the conversation going. This is all useful information that all of us can end up using with our kids or whoever else that we know that has kids, and we can just keep informing and each one teach one. So thank you for tuning in. This has been a really cool conversation. I hope that you guys got something out of it. If you did, please make sure hit the like and the subscribe and hit the bell next to it. And I especially want to thank our sponsors, and our sponsors are actually you guys. This show is fully funded by people that just believe in what we're doing and think of how important it is to be able to have these conversations as men, for men, and just show the younger generation what that looks like, to help each other grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So if you want to become a member and if you want to join our group, you can. You can go to Patreon and /, Grown Man Sessions, and you can sign up. And it would mean the world to us that you would invest your hard-earned money into something like this. If not, you don't have to. I just hope that you guys get something from this, and it's something that you can share with your kids or your family members too. So at the end of the day, this is all just about growing, and hopefully we can do it together, and hopefully we can make a difference. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.